If there's one thing we like here on the Thrill Seekers Guide, it's a rush of speed, some snow, and a bolt of adrenaline. That's why we're off to deepest Romania for a spot of snowmobiling. This was one trip sure to excite the senses. The medieval city of Cebu is located in central Romania. We flew in during the middle of their winter to find superb conditions for snow sports. Our destination was Voianisa in south-central Romania, where we were due to meet up with our local guide. At 200 meters above sea level, the Hungarian flatlands attract a lot of snow at this time of year. This is because snow-bearing clouds come into land here and dump on the first mountains they reach. Luckily for us, that's the Romanian Carpathians. This is a pine tree-covered wonderland. In fact, you've got just about every type of terrain to fulfill even the wildest of snowmobiling dreams. The terrain varies between steep pitches and hard-angled slopes to more mellow and undulating hillsides. If you're a novice, then it's definitely a good place to start, as there are a ton of flat valley floors too. There's plenty of forest roads with clear tracks in the snow, as well as endless snowfields. This is a relatively underdeveloped area in terms of winter sports. It will quite often feel like you're in an endless wilderness with rarely another person in sight. The snowmobile has developed dramatically over the last century. From little more than a few bits of wood and metal cobbled together as a rudimentary sled, to what it has become today, a high-octane adventure sports machine. To ride a snowmobile, you need to be prepared. You got your snowmobile, also known as a skidoo, but you also need waterproof pants and a jacket with elasticated cuffs to prevent the snow getting in. To keep your head warm, you'll need a fleecy head muffler underneath your helmet. Warm and waterproof gloves are a must, and last, but by no means least, a quality helmet. This is an essential piece of kit, especially in the case of a get-off or slam. To start a snowmobile, you need to engage it in gear and then pull the start cord. This is quite difficult if you've never done it before, but you'll soon get the hang of it. Then, you're ready for the off. A snowmobile is a pretty straightforward kind of a machine. An engine propels the tracks at the back, while at the front a couple of skis are what you steer with. Skidoo is actually a brand name of one of the biggest manufacturers, but it's become synonymous with the snowmobile, and a lot of people just refer to the machine by the name Skidoo. Usually, snowmobiles have two front runners, but there are snow runners around which only have one ski. Obviously, these are not so sturdy, but they are easier to maneuver as they are lightweight and about half the size of a traditional snowmobile. Originally, snowmobiles were powered on two-stroke, but worries about noise and air pollution made it more and more usual to use a four-stroke engine. Make sure the gas tank on your Skidoo is full before venturing out, as you'll be going into remote areas where there aren't any petrol stations. Antifreeze is a must as well. You don't want your engine seizing up in this frozen wilderness. Learning to ride a snowmobile doesn't take long, and you'll soon have the basics, but with more practice, you'll start to master your craft. You'll start off with simple stuff like riding along twisting tracks and slight inclines. Some tight corners require a bit more effort, like shifting your weight to and from different sides of the snowmobile. It's quite thrilling when you start to maneuver around difficult objects and when you start to take your snowmobile through increasingly rugged terrain. The more expert rider will casually drop their machine off ledges and get airtime by jumping over small snow hills. With hard work, a bit of courage and perseverance, you might even get in some snow action like this. The best way to make the most of your time in the backcountry is to travel around with a local guide. This will help you avoid any nasty surprises as you're traversing the hillside and tracks. We hooked up with xventure.net, who have knowledgeable guides and who have been organizing tours in this area for 10 years. So we were happy to put our safety in their hands. They cater for beginners but can also provide hidden deep snow trails, hill climbs, and hillside crossings. These guys also organize a snowmobile event called Romaniacs in the nearby city of Cebu, where these off-road machines come to the streets. It's a chance for local riders with more than a bit of skill to wow the city dwellers with their moves and tricks. Snowmobiles are able to move across steep hillsides and over terrain you might not think they're capable of crossing. But that's the beauty of this sport. You can get to all of the supposed inaccessible areas on a mountain. The only thing that can go higher and reach even more inaccessible areas is a helicopter. That just about wraps it up. We'll see you next time around for some more thrill-seeking adventures.